Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rebel Label podcast. My name is R.E.B.E.L. Today, I'm here with...
My name is Shrista Tyree. So this motherfucker had me say my name because he couldn't pronounce it, y'all. He couldn't pronounce it, but it's cool. I'm Shrista Tyree. What's up?
I don't know if they've realized, but that's what I do with everybody. We were talking about this right beforehand, but
he's smart.
I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name. I'm not trying to do that shit.
He's smart. That's a smart motherfucker right there. Oh, I can cuss on this podcast.
Yeah,
right?
no, absolutely.
Dope, because I cuss a shit ton.
Good.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey.
Man, so you're a comedian, right?
I am. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm a regular day comic because I'm a funny motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm
just a hilarious motherfucker.
I just started doing comedy because I was like, damn, I'm funny as shit. Man, somebody should see this on stage.
Pretty much. You know, those Facebook likes ain't the same as those real life laughs, man. It's different.
That's true. That's true.
Shit. I like it.
So why'd you decide to get into comedy?
Comedy, man. I've always been the class clown, you know, but I think the main thing was other people telling me I should try it. But like it was nothing I ever thought about doing. But people told me to do it and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. And I ended up actually liking it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's kind of fun.
Was that first like open mic night unnerving for you?
Bro, I like wrote my set 3 days beforehand and just decided I'm gonna do comedy. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna write some shit. Hopefully it's funny. Yeah. I did a 10-minute set, which I guess new people normally do like 3 minutes. I wrote 10 minutes out, showed up, invited all of Facebook. So like 38 people showed up, and I'm like, man, I hope I don't bomb, bro. I'm about to fuck up all my social media followers, but I did a pretty good job. I got booked that night, so.
Hey.
And they asked me, they said, how long you been doing comedy? I said, 11 minutes, bro, 11 minutes. So it's kind of dope. It's pretty dope.
There you go. You said you've been doing it for a year and a half now?
Yeah. Damn, I might be hitting my 2 years soon. I started in March of 2017, so I'm about to hit 2 years. Hey. Damn, that shit went by fast. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right.
I feel like I just started.
Yeah. No, I was just taking a look back because I started releasing music like January.
And writing art is harder than it looks. And like taking the time to want to like do it. 'Cause sometimes like, I do this so much, I don't want to do it. I just want to like Netflix and chill and get some.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to write no set right now.
Yeah.
Man, struggle.
But it's crazy because people don't think about how much effort comedians actually put into writing that stuff.
Like you're going to a show and you're doing these jokes you wrote at your house and you're forcing people to laugh. Like on some high key shit, you're forcing people to laugh. Like you gotta be semi-dope to make people laugh. Like if you really think about it, like you're literally up there just trying to make people laugh. And I think it's a really hard art, and I think a lot of people don't realize how hard it actually is. It's underappreciated on some real shit.
Yeah.
I feel like doing that is really dope, but we don't get paid a lot for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of struggling comedians. There's a lot of struggling artists in this country. You know, the shit
struggling for real.
The shit that pisses me off is that like, I don't know if you've had this experience. People are like, oh, you want to do comedy? That's cute, you know, or some shit like old people, you know. And I'm like, listen, it's a career like anything else.
Yep.
You know, and it's just like what people don't understand. It's like if I was a fucking doctor, it takes me a decade to get my degree, and then after that, I got to do internships. I got to do da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, like if you think about doing music or comedy or all that shit,
entertainment.
It's probably gonna take
entertainment is way more creative. Like when you're doing stuff that has to do with education. I do have my bachelor's degree, but it's like when you're doing something semi. When you do, I got a teaching degree, but when you do something like that, it's like you're just taking tests. So pretty much anybody can do it. Technically, in my eyes, with education. Anybody can do it. With entertainment, you gotta actually be dope, and you gotta put in effort, and you gotta produce some shit. You gotta really like work to make it in that type of industry. You're just taking a damn test. Like getting my bachelor's degree was simple because taking tests for me was easy. School was always easy for me.
Yeah.
This is like way more work, and it's like you said, underappreciated. We don't get paid as much, and we're doing way more work than they are doing with this fucking education shit.
Yeah, and real talk, people be thinking that artists are paid so much money, but a lot of artists don't have a lot of fucking money. Even the people that are the most famous, they're not really getting paid for their shit.
We're paying more for well, not me, for like comedy necessarily, but like I dab into rap a little, but it's like you're paying for the instruments, you're paying for the studio time, you're paying for the videos. Like you're putting so much money into it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You would think you would get paid more, but you don't. And with comedy, it's like we get paid $20-$30 at a show because people think, oh, all you're doing is holding the mic. Like, oh, that's so easy. But, like, it's not.
It's like, bitch, you
we
get
need
up
more
here.
money, right?
You
I say
get
that to
up
people
here.
all the time. People are, ever since I chased comedy, everyone thinks they could be a comedian now. I think I'm a lot of people's first comic friend. And so I'm just like, around certain people, I'm a little different. Like, sometimes I'll be super antisocial, and some people will see my funny side. So a lot of people who see the antisocial me, like, oh, Shrista can do it, I could do it too. So everyone thinks they could be a comedian. And so anyone who comes at me in my DM, which a lot of people do, I'm like, oh yeah, come do it. And I'll send them all the information. They never come out. And a lot of people are funny in real life, but being funny on stage is a whole different ball game. Like, being a stage performer versus in front of your homies is so different, and people don't get that. Like, I'm funny, I'll kill it stand up. And they won't because entertaining an audience is, for comedy, is way different than entertaining your homies.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get that.
And you got to command a stage. Like, you got to have presence. Like, it's a whole fucking thing. Like, when you're up there, you're the one controlling the room.
Yep.
You're the one
You got
doing the
all that.
dynamic.
And a lot of shit, like,
Yeah.
people don't realize, like, when I'm saying, like, the stage funny and, like, regular day funny, like, shit I say on stage would never be funny in front of my friends.
Yeah.
But in front of a crowd of 100 people, oh, it's going to kill. In front of my homies, nah. And same, vice versa. Like, a lot of the stories I tell to my friends are so funny to them. If I try to tell that same story on stage, it don't hit the same. And I've tried a couple stories on stage that were just so funny. Like, I'll make a Facebook video or something. It was so funny. But, like, on stage, it's not funny because it's a different type of comedy you have to put out on a stage. It's just so different. People take it for granted. I'm like, and so I just be telling niggas to do it. I'm like, go up there. Here's the PDX stand-up page. Go to open mics. We got 100 going on a week. So come up here and do it then. Because I'm kind of asshole. I just want to see some people fail because they think they can, like, they're so tight. I'm like, man. And, like, when I did comedy, it was kind of on some natural shit. And, like, I'm at a point where, like, I need to stop trying to ride on natural talent and actually, like, put out some, like, good material. Like, my material is good enough. Like, I've kind of gotten popular from it, but it's not my best work because I'm just like, let me write some shit. I'm not, like, taking my, like, time on it like I should be. And I think when I actually go 100%, I'm going to really be out there. People think I'm going 100% right now, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm about to, though.
You haven't seen my full force.
Man, real shit, real shit. Y'all ain't ready.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a funny thing. Like, a lot of people think, like, you know, oh, like, being a musician or all that shit. Like, oh, that job is easy. You know, it's not a real fucking job. But that's a funny thing because I'll take brand new bands. Never been into the studio before. I'll be like, hey, I think you guys are dope. Like, let's get into the studio. And I always tell them, I'm like, listen, I know you guys have played shows and shit like that, but we're going to be in the studio for 8 fucking hours. And you guys are like a 4-piece band. And we're going to do like 100 takes of one fucking song.
Yeah,
until we get this
first,
shit right.
When I first did rap, I thought it was going to be easy. Got in that studio, I was like, damn.
Nope, it's not
I was
just
like,
saying
damn,
words into a mic.
this is harder than you think, man. And then on stage, it's like you're doing everything in one breath. And then you get in the studio and you realize you can do it in like punches, I guess what you call it. And like you can make it sound way tighter though. But it's like, then you start perfecting it too much. And then you're in there doing 20 takes. And I'm like, damn, these musicians, they some real life thugs. Cause like even on stage, like all that breath you need. First time I like was trying to rap at like shows just for fun. I'm like, bro, like as a host, I was like, damn, I'm only doing one song for y'all because I got asthma. This is a lot of breath control right here.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, like singing and shit like that. You know, it's tough. You got to control your diaphragm. You know, it's weird, like learning how to breathe.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't sing, but I be trying, nigga. I be trying.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing I tell rappers too. Like, I'm like, listen, learn how to do that same shit. Learn how to control your diaphragm. Actually, like, take a breath. Like, it's a whole, you know, it's a fucking thing. And I didn't even know that until I, you know, went to school. And a teacher told me, you're not fucking breathing
breath
correctly.
Shit is good. Yeah.
And I said, what the fuck do you mean I'm not breathing correctly? I know how to breathe. Fuck you. And they're like, no.
There needs to be, that's why there needs to be more female rappers, man, because they suck a lot of dick, you know, so they probably got some good breath control, man. They gotta have good breath control. Cause you know, I be watching a lot of porn. Them bitches be holding their breath for a long time, man. Where all the sucking dick bitches at? Y'all need to get into rap, man. Y'all need to get into rap for real.
Just gotta go.
Man.
All the porn stars are gonna get famous on rap now.
Real shit. That's probably why Cardi blew up so fast. That bitch probably sucked some good dick. Hey, Cardi, I ain't coming for you, though. I ain't coming for you. You my nigga for real.
So teaching, you originally wanted to be a teacher?
Man, I did. I got a teaching degree. But I got a teaching degree because, like, school was always easy to me. And I was like, fuck it, let me just be a teacher. And on top of that, like, I always liked kids. Kids are the shit, like middle school, high school. So I wanted to try to help them as much as I could. But, man, it was cool. I don't know. I just feel like chasing, like, something that you're more excited about, like comedy or rap, it's more fun. But, like, that's going to be my fallback for sure. I've been thinking about that, like, my 5-year plan. Like, I need to have a fallback. I know a lot of us are always like, oh, my God, I'm going to make it in comedy. I'm going to make it in rap. I'm going to make it in this. And we get so, like, hype about it. But you got to have your what if, bro. And, like, I've been thinking about that a lot because I was like, I'm not going to chase this bachelor's degree. I'm not going to get a job that I can use my degree and get paid more. Like, why wouldn't I? And now I'm at that, like, I'm about to turn 30 years old. I'm having that midlife crisis. I'm like, okay, let me use this bachelor's degree I just went in debt for. Like, I might as well have a backup plan just in case shit doesn't work out. But, you know, we all cocky. Like, to be an entertainer, you really have to, not necessarily cocky, but you really have to believe in yourself.
Yep.
You have to stay, like, people might say I have a big ego. I don't give a fuck what they say. Like, I'm really confident in what I do. You got to be confident in the entertainment world or you ain't going to make it. You're going to get tore down real fast. Yeah. So, yes, I'm confident. I believe I'm going to make it. But it's awesome that I got a bachelor's degree as well. So, yeah, if worst comes to worst, boom, I at least can get a job still making money.
Yeah, because starting out, you're going to be the only person that believes in you.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, your friends will say shit.
They'll say they believe in you until you actually chase it. Yep. And then none of them at your shows. I'm just like, fuck all y'all, but it's cool. I got my own fans, so that's what you learn, really. Like, when you start chasing something, you realize who's really there for you. And it's usually not your friends and family. It's usually not other artists. I don't know why a lot of artists like solely want other artists to come to their shows. I don't give a fuck about them other artists. Like, I don't care. I'm trying to build my own fan base. Like, I want my fans to come to my shows. I'm not over here crying about an artist not coming to my show because I went to their show. And I go to a lot of people's shows, but it's because I truly love hip-hop. So I do go to a lot of shows, and a lot of people see me at shows, but I love hip-hop. That doesn't mean a nigga gotta like comedy. Like, not everybody likes comedy. Like, just because I went to your hip-hop show doesn't mean you have to come to my comedy show. Yeah. Not everyone likes comedy. Shit, you might not even like my type of comedy. There's so many genres of comedy. Like, I don't want my friends to feel like they have to go to my shows. And I hate when people, I'm going to try to make it to your show. I'm always really laid back about it. I'm like, yeah, come if you can. If not, there's going to be another one next week. I always say that to people. Like, I'm not over here like stressing about my friends coming to my shows. It would be dope. It would be cool so they could see where I've come from or where, like, how far I've gotten. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's all about building a fan base. Like, you can be the shittiest comedian, you can be the shittiest rapper, but if you got a fan base, you gonna make it. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, people get mad, oh, why is that person popping at a show and he can't rap better than me? Because that nigga got a fan base, because he's humble, because he ain't worried about y'all. He's just doing his own thing. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just like, I don't care about all y'all. I'm just trying to build a fan base and trying to grow as an artist.
Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing nowadays, too. It's like you can connect with everybody so easily. It's almost fucking insane.
Yep.
I don't know. The internet is insane to me. Like, I just don't. I don't understand that shit.
Internet is
like,
crazy.
I'm like grandpa with the internet. You know, like I try to stay off.
I'm like grandpa. I stay on there as much as possible because it's actually great promotion as a comedian. So people are like, oh, you should stay off social media so you can focus on your art. Bitch, I could do both. And on top of that, that's how I build my fan base. And I make crazy statuses. And the thing is, like, I have a stage character and I have, like, me.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the stuff I post online, it's stuff I would say, but I'm not that extra.
Yeah.
I'm like extra, but I'm not that extra.
And it's funny when people like meet you in real life and they're like, oh, you're not like.
I have a lot of people say that. Or a lot of people will be like, oh, I didn't know you were so nice. Because like some of my statuses come off kind of mean. And I made a status, I don't know, I was just like, bitches out here in Portland act like they lost weight because they're a vegan, but really they out here snorting coke. Like, that's some real shit. It's some real shit. People was mad about it. I don't really care. But, like, I just say extra shit like that. Like, half of it is true.
See,
people get mad. People get mad.
I have people say the opposite to me. Be like, damn, I thought you were so loud and nice and shit. Be like, nah, I'm just quiet and savage.
Hey. See, I'm half and half. So it depends on who you are, who I bring my personality out to.
Yeah.
I can spot a fake person, and I don't know. It's just weird. Like, some people can bring out my comedy, but most people can't. So if you see me at events, I'm actually normally being quiet. And people are like, oh, this is weird, bitch. I follow you on Facebook. You wild. But I literally do it for promotion. And a lot of, like, when I first started comedy and I decided to do this character online, because I wasn't really into social media before. I wasn't posting. Like, I wasn't doing all that. People were really like, oh, my God, who is this girl? And so, like, my stage name is Shrista Tyree. And so Tyree became my alter ego. And I started going by Tyree. And so Tyree was my alter ego, and Shrista's just like regular antisocial me. So it's kind of weird. Now I mix them both because I'm one motherfucker, and I need to stop being psycho like Nicki Minaj and fucking all these alter egos this bitch be having. But I did that alter ego shit for a minute. Like, it was confusing.
Trying to be MF Doom.
Yeah, I was just confused. And so for my stage name, I started out as Tyree when I had first started, like, on social media. And then I just combined the names because some people know me as Shrista, some people know me as Tyree. I was trying to, like, I moved back to Portland. And I was trying to be someone I wasn't, I think. I was just trying to, like, impress people at first. And so I think I went by Tyree because of that, and I was trying to act all hard and shit. And then I realized I was like a bitch nigga, so I was like, man, I'm not that tough. Let me stop trying to act that hard. So I figured out how to be tough and soft and blunt as a motherfucker. I'm pretty blunt. Yeah. I won't say I'm mean, I'm blunt though. But on Facebook, I do be saying some statuses that are crazy, but it's really to stay relevant. Yeah. People don't get that. I post certain shit to stay relevant. It all stems from a truth. But I'm a comedian, so I'm going to over-exaggerate just the same as I would do on stage. Yeah. So sometimes, like, if I'm, like, slacking on my internet presence, I'm like, let me think of something crazy in my head real quick. Post it. It gets hella, like, attention. And, I mean, a lot of my posts, I think, like, when I walk downtown or something, people recognize me from Facebook. A lot of people approach me. I don't look at no one's profile pictures. I don't know who anyone is. But a lot of people will approach me and, like, oh, I follow you on Facebook, your statuses. And, like, people try to act like statuses ain't shit, but apparently they are because all of Portland knows me because of my Facebook. But real shit, people do that a lot, and I'm just like, I don't know who you are, but a lot of it is my Facebook. Like, because on some real shit, nobody comes to comedy shows, especially at least in the POC community. There is no support. I don't ever see black or brown people at any comedy show. In Portland, it's completely white. Like, completely white. I don't think I ever perform in front of black people unless it's my own show. Like, I was doing some comedy shows or like, so sometimes like POC people will come out, but like we don't get no support. So we just don't. And so like, and then on top of that, even when we're doing regular shows, there's not a lot of people at comedy shows. Comedy shows are rough. I don't actually book any comedy shows as of now, just so y'all know, because people keep hitting me up. I stopped doing bookings about 2 months ago because it's a lot of work to get people there. It's a lot of work because no one supports comedy. So damn. I'm just like, damn. But so what I do to get popping is I focus on social media. So I still do all these shows. A lot of people don't show up, but hey, I'm still popping on social media. Fuck it. Yeah. So that's a part of my comedy. And I talk about being gay and dildos and, you know, all that gay shit. But the white women is my best set. I have a whole set, like 5 or 6 minutes on white women. And it's my biggest hit. It's my it's my closer, too. So. Hey, but we're in Portland, so of course I've done that. I've done my white woman set in Tacoma. It didn't go well. Yeah, it was an all black crowd there looking at me like, "Bitch, why you like pink nipples?" I thought it would go. I thought it would be funny. It didn't go well. So the next time I went up there, I changed. I didn't do those jokes. I was like, "Yeah, I forgot niggas don't like white women like that." Okay, struggle was real. I have this set about strippers that I've only done one time in Portland, or 2 times. I did it at my show, which was cool because I have like black people in the crowd, so they thought it was funny. And then I did it in front of like just a regular Portland crowd and then just silence. And it was just about strippers. And like one of the bookers had told me, oh, it's because you talked about strippers. That's too black. And it was really, I know, that's a whole different conversation.
Hell no.
Yep.
Hell no.
And the funniest thing is when I'm at the strip club,
hell no.
Everybody is white. And it's like hella white dudes. So I'm like, and when some of those bookers said, I'm looking at her like, bitch, you've never been to the strip club because it's definitely not niggas in there because they bitches will not let them go in there. It's all white dudes, bro. It's all white dudes.
Portland has the most strip clubs per fucking capita.
Yep, and it's all white folks.
Who the fuck?
That's why when they said that, I was like, bitch, you're tripping. But when I was in Tacoma, my transition when I was being trash up there, I switched to talk about strippers. I know niggas like strippers too, so. And it worked. It was a good transition. I was on the spot. It was really scary because I was like, fuck, I've never bombed before. And then I got him back with the strip club shit. But yeah, Portland be frontin'. A lot of my jokes I can't really do here. Like, I'll still try them out, and then I'll realize they are trash because a lot of white people can't connect to them. And so now I've actually kind of watched a little bit of Kevin Hart because as a comic, he's actually a really dope comic. A lot of random people who aren't actually comedians are like, oh, he's trash. He's really not, though. He's actually a really good storyteller, and he's very general, as in anyone can connect to it. A lot of comedians can only connect to a certain fan base or a certain audience. Kevin Hart can connect to everybody. That's why he's so big right now, and a lot of people are mad at him for being popular. But from a comedy perspective, it's because he's general, and he can connect to lots of people. A lot of black comics can only connect with other black people, and that's like the biggest downfall. Like Childish Gambino, Donald Glover was his name when he was a stand-up comedian. Like, that's where he started from. He made hella white people laugh, and as I watched his doc on Cat Williams, and he said, if you can't make white people laugh, bro, you ain't gonna make it in America, because that's how you start out getting like popular, and then your fan base will come, you'll get like your specific crowd, you know. But like Donald Glover killed because he can make white people laugh like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's that weirdo.
He's not that funny to me, but as a comedian and just listening to the way he tells his jokes, he's dope. He's not funny to me because I don't like that type of comedy, but like as a comedian, he's actually a dope writer. And then he got big on stand-up, and then he got big by being a writer.
Yeah, well, he was on 30 Rock. Right?
Yeah. And he was a writer for all that shit. Like, he's just a dope-ass writer, and people, like, don't know that about him. I don't know if they do, but he's really dope.
I think with Atlanta now, people are starting to understand that he fucking directed, like, wrote a lot of that shit, like, all that stuff. People are, it's funny how many years
he did a lot of shit.
Yes.
Like, people don't know.
How many years it took him to cultivate all that shit.
Yep.
Shout out to fucking Donald Glover. That dude is...
He's a dope-ass person, and people don't know that, but... And it's with a lot of people. A lot of people started as a stand-up comic and moved on. Stand-up is cool, but it's like... It's a starting place to get into more comedic things like writing, acting, like all that stuff. Like it all, I feel like that's just like the starting point.
Is that the lane that you're trying to be in, or do you really love stand-up comedy?
Nah, I love stand-up, but I mean, I would do it like how Kevin and everyone does it, like have an HBO special. Like you're writing one set that you're doing 1,000 times around the country. I'm down for that, but like as like forever, hell no, I'm trying to do other shit too. That's also why Kevin kills. He does a lot of stuff. He writes stuff. He acts. He just does a lot of stuff, and that's how you really make it. And I wanna tap into everything, but like acting is something I always wanted to try because I was a big Mike Epps fan when I used to watch like Next Friday and Friday After Next. It was just like my character. I was like, I feel like that's me. Like I'm Day Day, bro. Like I'm the girl Day Day. He's just so goofy. I fucking loved him.
Yeah.
But that's the type of acting I'd want to do.
Was Mike Epps one of those people that made you want to do comedy?
He wanted me to do acting, like doing comedy acting, but I never actually watched his stand-up. I used to, when I watched stand-up, like I didn't watch a lot of stand-up growing up, but when I did, it was always like Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Cat Williams. And in a way, like watching them is how I got my own stage character type of thing. In comedy in Portland, it's rough out here. It's rough out here. I'm too much, and I feel like I'm not really that much, but I'm compared to a lot of like white comics, and their just stage presence is kind of swag. They're swag.
So who's like your top 3 comedians, like stand-up wise, that you were like when you were first going into it, you're like, I want to be like this. Like this is the type of comedy I'm striving for.
I'd say Cat Williams. Yeah. But also I didn't watch a lot of comedy to really have too many comparisons because I only watched like 3 people growing up.
Really?
Cat, Chris, and Dave Chappelle. I didn't really watch people growing up, so I wasn't really. We didn't really watch a lot of TV growing up, and I wasn't really that into comedy. So it's funny I do comedy because I'm not into watching comedy.
Really?
I'm not into it. I never have been into it. Like I like comedic shows like Next Friday, but I don't like watching stand up.
Damn.
I don't at all.
That's crazy. I probably watch more stand up than you do.
Everyone watches more stand up than me. I have a guy at work who just tells me about stand up all the time because he's always at Helium watching all these touring comics. And I'm like, I don't watch any of that shit. And then as a comedian, when you're going to shows, you're watching comics over and over, watching the same sets over and over. It just gets really boring. Yeah. I think if I didn't get into comedy and I heard about it like a year ago, maybe I would be more into like going to Helium or Harvey's or. But nah, I watch way too much comedy.
But you're not out here like watching YouTube videos of famous comics performing and taking notes and shit. Like.
But at the same time, I'm at that point where I was saying earlier, like I've been writing on this natural shit, and so now I need to actually write. I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna have to suck it up.
Yep.
And watch that shit if I want to get any better. But I actually just hate watching TV. We grew up not watching TV. My mom was like, bitch, play outside. Like, she always said that. So, like, I didn't actually grow up watching TV. I don't know a lot of shows. I don't know a lot of movies. Me, my brother, and sister, we don't know shit. So people like, oh, you seen The Wood? Oh, you seen this? Or whatever fucking movie was out back then. We ain't seen nothing because my mama didn't let us watch TV. So, like, I'm kind of behind in a lot of stuff because I didn't watch TV growing up. Like, I didn't realize it until people start talking about things in the world. I'm like, I don't know what's going on unless it happened in school. Like, I don't know.
You saw Harry Potter. I saw that shit.
Man,
we also Harry Potter case.
We saw Harry Potter, and they read it to us in school. I remember that shit. It was dope. I fucking love Harry Potter.
Did they read the whole book to you in school?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
what?
It was like a thing. Like, the teacher would read for 30 minutes, and we had to, like, take notes.
Oh.
About it. I don't know. That was, like, our assignment for the day, but it was cool.
What is it like, you know, growing up as a black woman and being lesbian? Are you lesbian or like bi or what is?
Definitely not bi, y'all. I'm sorry if you thought that. I like all the attention though. I like all attention. So guys, girls, trans, whatever, just hit on me. I don't care. I like it. I guess I say I'm a lesbian. I really hate labels. I'm just me on some real shit. It's funny because like I was just making a status about people call me a stud, which in this world right now is like a butch lesbian. It's just like the new generation word for it. And people will meet me like, oh, you're not like a stud. But it's because a lot of people decide like I dress masculine, so I have to act a specific way. And then they meet me and like, oh, you do your eyeliner? Oh, you paint your nails? Yes, bitch, because it's cute. But it's like a lot of people
look good.
Yeah, and a lot of people have like this box, which is crazy because like say you dress the way you dress. Yeah. If I look at you, I'm like, oh, you're a skater, so you have to act a specific way. Yeah. You have to date specific people, blah, blah, blah. And that's how it is with a stud. Like, oh, you're a stud, so you have to date a feminine girl. You have to wear dildos. You have to do this. And just with that dildo thing, we don't always have sex with dildos. I don't know why everyone like thinks that. I think it might be porn.
Is that something that people assume?
Yeah, and the weirdest thing is, on some real shit, and I don't really care about saying this on here, I've had sex with over probably 50 women because I'm a whore, and I've used a strap-on on maybe 3 people. But everyone has these stereotypes of who you are, and so I've always hated that shit. But like, growing up in the comedy world, it's like, yes, I'm gay. Yes, I'm black. At least in Portland, it's different just because I'm actually the only black gay female in the Portland scene.
Really?
Yes, the only one.
The only one?
The only one.
Jesus Christ, you'd think.
Yeah. There's 2 black female comics, but I'm the only black and gay female comic. I don't know. I mean, it's for Portland, I think it's unique. In Portland, I think I'm unique. I get booked a lot because of that, I feel like. I mean, I think I'm funny too, but I think I get booked a lot because I'm bringing black, gay, and female. So, I mean, I've faced every discrimination there fucking is. So when I do my sets, I talk about a lot of different stuff. A lot of times, like for instance, say there's a lesbian, like just a butch girl. I'm just going to stereotype her, even though I just was talking shit about stereotypes. Usually the only thing they're going to talk about on stage, because I'm picturing some lesbians in Portland, they only talk about being gay. That's their whole set. It's about being gay. When I go on stage, I dab into everything. I talk about being black. I talk about strippers. I talk about being a female. I talk about being gay. I have a lot of stuff I talk about I'm not put into a box, and a lot of comics are put in a box. Female comics, there's only like probably 20 of them in Portland. All they talk about is just fucking feminist shit and blah, blah, and periods and shit. Bitch, like, think of something different. Like, be different, bro. And that was my whole goal. When I had first started comedy, I actually didn't really talk about being gay because I didn't want to be put in that box. So I just talked about being black. I was like, I'm a nigga, and I just talked about general shit. But like, I just didn't want to be put in a box. But then I realized that is a part of me, and I should still talk about it because people still want to hear my perspective on certain things. So I have like a little set about dildos, and I just I'm joking about it, obviously, but it's what people want to hear. And like, this bitch crazy, but that's some real shit. But like I have this little joke. It's not gonna be funny right now because it actually goes with the whole story. But I talk about my girl getting mad at me, and when she yelled at me, she's like, man, I hurt my ankle. I'm like, bitch, what happened? She's like, I just tripped over your dildo and fell, bitch. Like, and it's just like, man, just dumb shit. But that actually did happen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny.
Well, those are the best stories. Those are the best jokes.
Yeah, it's like, it really did actually happen. The bitch really did trip over my fucking dildo and got pissed at me about it. But, like, people still want to hear it. So I'm like, why am I trying to, like, hide that I'm gay? Like, everyone knows I'm gay. You can look at me and see I'm gay. Like, I might as well tell you some dumbass stories about my gay experiences. So I like to mix it all in there. So I feel like I'm a unique ass motherfucker because I can talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and especially too, like, I feel like one of the beautiful things about comedy is that when you tell those jokes and you actually show people, like, listen, we're all the fucking same. We're all tripping over shit. We're all dumb. Like, everybody has weird sex experiences and shit. Like, it doesn't matter what color you are,
all types of weird shit.
Yeah, everyone goes through weird shit that they're like, I don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I first started. I was like, should I talk about that on stage? Should they need to know? Fuck it, they about to know.
Well, you were talking about, like, your appearance and having a bachelor's degree and stuff like that. When you were getting that bachelor's degree, did people ever, like, assume, oh, where you come from? You know, like, who you're gonna like, and, like, treat you differently because of that, and then have a serious impact on your academic career?
Man, with my bachelor's degree, I actually don't talk about it. So I don't tell a lot of people I have it. When they find out, they're really weird about it. But a lot of times what will happen is someone will ask me something and I'll, like, have facts about it. Like, what the fuck? But, like, I talk really ignorant a lot of the times. I don't really know why I talk like this because if you see, like, my papers in college, I sound really intelligent. I know how to put some shit on some paper, but I do talk really ignorant. So a lot of people are surprised when they see that I have a teaching degree. Not just a degree, like a teaching degree. Like, damn, my kids talking like this bitch. But, yeah, and then, like, I do a lot of, like, one of my best friends is Glenn Waco, and he's really into activism. And I always wanted to, like, speak on that or something, but I never knew how to go about it. And now I feel like anytime anyone says anything about Black lives or, like, the all lives matter and, like, they don't understand what that means or something like that, I feel like I'm always, like, defending it or saying something. I'm actually sounding pretty intelligent, and people are like, oh shit, this bitch is actually smart. But I have a passion about that shit, and I want motherfuckers to know. Yeah.
It's funny. People do the same shit to me. You know, people be like, oh, damn.
Be surprised.
He can actually articulate himself? Like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm fucking literate. Would you be surprised?
Exactly.
Like, wow. I read books and shit.
Exactly. I do. I used to do slam poetry, and a lot of people don't know that. Yeah. And so I started an open mic, a music open mic, and I decided to do some poem one time. And it was, like, really deep, and people were like, wait, you do poetry? Wait, you had all that to say? Like, and I sounded, like you said, articulate, and I spoke nicely, and people were like, oh, she can actually
then people
talk.
Take you seriously.
Yeah, and they're like, whoa.
And honestly, that's one of my favorite things, at least personally, when people underestimate me. I'm like, I'd rather you underestimate me. Yep. Because as soon as you underestimate me, then I can beat your fucking expectation and throw you out of the motherfucking water. Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's my favorite shit. Like, you know, like you were saying, people put you in a box, assume what you are, and be like, oh, no. Like, yeah, people, I do this, and this, and
that's how I feel.
Shit,
people don't know me. Yeah. A lot of people, I believe, think they know me, because they follow me on social media, but they don't know shit about me. They don't know where I came from. They don't know, like, anything about me, and they just decide who I am. And I'm just like, no, I'm actually an intelligent ass nigga. If you didn't know, shit.
I go to museums,
man. I read books. I read books. It's so weird. I read a lot, and people will go in my house and be like, why you have books? Bitch, because I read them.
I can read, yeah.
But people don't know I read. I don't talk about reading on social media. That's not going to get me a motherfucking like, bitch.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on Instagram and be like, wow, I just read this Ernest Hemingway novel. Right? It was phenomenal.
Like, no one's going to like that shit.
His prose is amazing.
Exactly, and people are weird. And I read a lot of self-help books like John Maxwell, so people will always see it, and I'm like, I'm not talking about that shit on social media. Like, I like people to be surprised about shit about me. Like, I did a radio interview about policing in Portland, and people were really surprised I was talking about it. But I have a lot to say about it. It was me and Glenn Waco, and we had this whole 1 hour thing on the radio about it. But, like, people were like, I didn't know you had that opinion. I didn't know you knew that much stuff. I got a lot to say. Y'all just don't ever want to listen or want to get to know me. So it is what it is.
Well, there we go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the Rebel Label podcast. It has been great talking to you.
Whoop, whoop.
Glad you could come out. If you're in the Portland area, please come out and check one of your stand-up.
Yeah, check me out. I'm actually going to be at Helium Comedy Club October 24th at 8 p.m. $10. Come through.
Yes, please do. My name is R.E.B.E.L, Arii.Grove on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, all that good shit. Look me up. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Shrista Tyree, SHRISTATYREE. I almost couldn't spell my name, but follow me. It's all the same on everything.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Holla.